Lachlan, we've been with Yellowfin for just on 3 years. The company that I work for, I'm the general manager of Auto IT and a product called Dealer Spectrum. We're a consulting business that looks at business intelligence, looks at best practice and process. So about 3 years ago, I embarked on a journey to look at all the business intelligence software packages around the marketplace. We went and interviewed and got into our offices 6 to 7, of which Yellowfin was one of those people. And we had a fairly strict criteria. So Auto IT as an organisation, we write software, we sell software, we support software. So our journey and our experience is to make the output, let's just say, a lot more appealing, sexy, interpret the information in a way that was going to benefit the customers and make Auto IT as an organisation as a compelling customer they would deal with. So it's very important in my discovery process to embark on a company that we could white label, so that would be branded as an Auto IT product, of which Yellowfin happily participated in. A couple of other additional criteria is the mobility element to the equation, and that was a key attribute that Yellowfin ticked. I think the BI space has got a lot of companies that are big players, in the Oracle world, and Auto IT as an organisation is 120 people. So I wanted to be with a company that was reputable, but also more importantly was scalable to the journey that we were embarking on. Auto IT is a global product, software out of Melbourne, developed and supported out of software. So we shared a lot of similarities to the Yellowfin company. And we got to know Glenn through the CEO through the journey, and he gave us a lot of comfort in that particular space. So 3 years on, the Yellowfin experience has been very much a better than positive one. It's been a very good one. So we've got little complaints, and we understand the importance of relationships in the journey, and that's a big tick for the company as a whole. So to white label Yellowfin is there's a great adage in the software hardware world of is it a software problem, is it a hardware problem? And we wanted to be that company that, as Auto IT, they came solely to us and so forth, and then how we solved it, whether we engage in Yellowfin support or as such. So a single point of contact, a single point and source of truth, and so forth. The automotive retail agricultural space that we participate in is there's a lot of Excel spreadsheets floating around, and one of the big things that I wanted to circumvent, and I'm a chartered accountant by trade, and I love Excel, but what I didn't want to occur is that business was running it by all these disparate Excel spreadsheets. So if I brought it into one single source of truth, being the Yellowfin dashboard, it sort of enabled that journey to have that confidence and, more importantly, accuracy. Our accountants, our businesses like accuracy in numbers. We can form actions and roadmaps based when we've got comfort on accuracy of information. So let us write it. Let us write it from the one SQL database. Has sort of circumvented that. The automotive agricultural space that we participate in, our dealers are often remote from their dealerships. So therefore the browser, they can be sitting in a Qantas lounge, they can be overseas on a business trip. They could get their information rapidly, quickly, easily, and very simply, not having to actually engage with their business owners that are present in the dealership. So white labeling was really built around having Auto IT as that single source of point of contact, and that's gone quite well to date. In terms of solving their information, we deal in big data sets, so in that big data space. So the way we collect and gather information in the way we display it at Yellowfin, so the rapid delivery of information, people tolerance in some of our key stakeholders is very short, So the rapid delivery of information in a dashboard was particularly appealing to them. And also the graphical component. So some of the options that we've got and presenting in such a way that wasn't just a boring Excel spreadsheet, and saying that as an accountant, presenting it in such a way that it was charted. It showed the trend analysis is a component we use quite a bit within the Yellowfin world. And I think one of the things which I think we're probably using a lot more than perhaps a lot of people is the geo-mapping. So you know, as businesses acquire other businesses, as dealerships decide to open service centres, you know, they can actually geo-map that information, and the link that Yellowfin has back into the census in the Australian marketplace and also New Zealand is a great ingredient for us as well. Makes it compelling. If you have to explain a chart and how to interpret a chart, you probably haven't delivered the right type of chart. So that method of output is pretty important to us, and you know, to date we're doing pretty well at that journey. So in partnering, again, I mentioned earlier about finding the right partner, and a partner which is in many ways a similar size to Auto IT, and one that was scalable. So it's about personal relationships and so forth. I think a lot of the products are similar in many ways. But the business relationship was one that was particularly important to me. I'm a big believer in people that want to hear our journey, what we're doing, where we're going, and can frame some of the delivery mechanisms around that, rather than necessarily talking about where they want to go. So sure, it's a collaborative approach, but Yellowfin's one of their best attributes, and the people that we've dealt with, from senior managers, from Glenn, the CEO, down to many of the consultants, and even the support centre, has been one that they've actually listened to our journey. Being software developers, we know that it's easy to say it's coming in a future release. Attribute of Yellowfin, well, true to the word, it actually has come in a future release, and so forth. But importantly, not into rapid of a delivery. No one likes to take new software too early in the journey, so a big tick to the team in that regard.